There's a lot of guys out there who are good looking but somehow still struggle with women. Take my friend Luis for example. He's tall, handsome, and gets plenty of attention for girls. However, he's never had a girlfriend. Here on YouTube, everyone claims that in order to be attractive, you have to be hitting the gym, upgrading your style, or buying new clothes. And sure, those are things that can make you more aesthetic, but that's not all you need in order to become an attractive man. They're just the cherry on top. My friend Luis is the perfect example of this. Women are drawn to him at first, but once they spend time with him, they realize he is not what they really expected. And they just disappear. Being good looking is important, sure, but for men, it actually matters way less than it does for women. Think of social media. Women often focus on showing off how cute they are, while men focus on projecting success. That's because women are mostly valued on their looks, while men are valued for their accomplishment and the value they bring. So let's dive a little bit more deep. What does it really mean for a man to be attractive? Is it confidence, status, money? I've been turning this question over and over in my head for a long time, and I think the answer is simpler than most people want to admit. The single thing that makes a man attractive is his energy. That's what people feel, and that's what pulls them in. You can be good looking, but if you secretly hate your life, people will sense it. You can be rich, but if you never truly lived, if you carry no stories, no spark, then people will feel that too. And you will come across as dull, not fun to be around. At the end of the day, attraction is not about what you have, it's about the energy you radiate. And that's what makes people want to stay close to you. So what can you do to become a more attractive person? Spend time with people. The more time you spend interacting with others, the better you get at it. Simple as that. You could be an extremely successful person, but if you spend the last 10 years locked in your room, you will naturally struggle the moment you step in a social situation. You will look awkward, and you won't know how to hold a real conversation. You will sound like a lot of people. Hey man, how are you doing? Good, and you? Good. End of the story. Zero connection. For a long time, I looked down on party people. I thought they were wasting time, drinking and fooling around. But here's the truth. Because they spend so much time around with others, they become natural, relaxed, and comfortable in any social environment. Now, I'm not saying that you have to become a party animal, but you should understand the principle. Social exposure builds social skill. If you are young and looking for a job, don't hide in a factory or a warehouse. Go work in a restaurant, a bar, or anywhere you have to deal with strangers. You will sharpen your social presence, learn how to interact with anyone, and at the same time, you're getting paid. Not a bad deal, right? The second point I want to make is to be obsessed over a skill. This is actually huge. Look at the most successful people in history. What do they all have in common? They are specialized. They chose one thing and dedicated their entire life mastering it. Think of Michael Jordan. He was obsessed with basketball. Think of Drake. He was obsessed with rap. Or for example, Warren Buffett. He was also obsessed with investments. So why does this matter? Because when you focus deeply on one thing, you don't just become good, you become elite, part of the 0.1% in your field. And here's the harsh truth. If you're not good at anything, people will sense it. They will see you as someone with nothing going on for yourself and someone who hasn't found their place in society. Having a career or a skill isn't just about money. It's about status, identity, and respect. And without it, you're just another guy drifting. The third point is to have an abundance mindset. Having an abundance mindset means believing, and more importantly, embodying that at the end of the day, you'll be just okay. Money won't be an issue, women won't be an issue, friends around you won't be an issue, because you naturally attract whatever you want in life. And keep in mind, this is not just a wishing thinking, it's about operating from the identity of a man who can attract anything. With an abundance mindset, everything changes. Imagine a friend lands on a big opportunity. Instead of feeling jealous, you genuinely celebrate and support them, making your bond stronger and expanding your own network. When meeting women, you are confident and relaxed, knowing the connection isn't scarce. You can approach, flirt, and interact without desperation, which makes you far way more attractive. And with money, instead of obsessing over scarcity or stressing about every expense, you focus on creating value, spotting opportunities, and taking calculated risks, trusting that resources flow to those who act with decision. The last point I want to make in this video is the most important one, and is to be happy. Happiness is magnetic. People are drawn to those whose energy lifts them up. You naturally attract others when your vibe is positive, confident, and alive, and repel them when you complain, because when you complain, you drain their energy. Genuine happiness is rare today. Many people are sad despite comfort and stability because they have lost touch with simple gratitude. Life might be not fair, but recognizing that what you have, health, ambition, goals, and people who care, creates a baseline of contentment that no external factor can shake. I remember a few years ago when I was sick for half a year and I couldn't even get out of bed. Now, just waking up healthy and able to walk makes me feel alive. That awareness, that gratitude for life itself, is what fuels true happiness. When you're grateful, you can enjoy life just by living, without needing for distractions, alcohol, or other escapes. At the end of the day, being attractive, successful, and fulfilled isn't about luck, money, or looks. It's about how you operate, the energy you radiate, the mindset you adopt, and the value you bring to the world. Embrace an abundance mindset. Be grateful and happy. Master a skill you obsess over. Push yourself to gain real experience and live with discipline and integrity. When you do this consistently, confidence, opportunities, and meaningful connection naturally follow. So in short, focus on who you are becoming and not what you have, and everything else will align.